Today, we're gisting about 20 wild finds that solve problems you didn't know you had. Bug bite thing. You know that mosquito bite that itches for almost a whole week straight? This tiny suction tool kills that instantly, and it's not doing anything fancy. You press it flat against the bite, pull the handles up until you feel real suction, and hold it there for about 10 to 20 seconds. Here's the actual trick behind it. It's not numbing the area, it's physically drawing out the insect saliva or venom sitting just under your skin, which is the exact thing causing your body to react with itching and swelling in the first place. Take that irritant out, and your body simply stops reacting. No creams, no chemicals, completely reusable, never expires. It blew up after appearing on Shark Tank, and people now carry it for bee stings, ant bites, even splinters and leftover stingers. One of those, why did nobody tell me about this sooner items. Chom Chom Roller. If you live with pets, you already know the war against hair on every surface in your house. This roller is nothing like your regular sticky lint roller. There's no adhesive sheets to replace, no batteries, nothing to run out on you mid-clean. You push it forward across your couch or car seat, and tiny hooks combined with static pull every strand of hair off the fabric. Pull it backward, and the hair releases straight into a little compartment built into the roller, which you just empty out when you're done. It works on clothes too, not just furniture. The clever part is it never loses its grip the way a sticky roller does after just one pass. Flex tape. Picture this: a pipe bursts, a bucket cracks, or your roof starts leaking right in the middle of a heavy downpour. This is exactly where Flex tape steps in. It's a thick, rubberized, waterproof tape that you stretch and press onto almost any surface, even underwater, and it bonds instantly with no screws, glue, or tools required. You've probably seen the over-the-top commercials, the ones where a guy literally saws a boat in half and patches it back together while it's still floating. It's not meant to be a permanent fix for serious plumbing or structural damage. Think of it more as buying yourself time before a proper repair. But for stopping an active leak right now, in the moment, it genuinely performs far better than tape has any right to. Squatty potty. This one sounds like a joke until you understand the actual science behind it. It's basically a stool that wraps around the base of your toilet and lifts your knees above hip level while you're sitting. That position mimics a natural squat, and squatting relaxes a muscle called the puborectalis, which wraps around your rectum and keeps it slightly bent while you're sitting upright on a normal toilet. Straighten that bend, and stool passes far more easily with noticeably less straining. This isn't just marketing talk either. There's real anatomical research behind it, with studies showing people strain less and go faster once they're using one. People in cultures where squatting is the norm tend to report fewer issues like hemorrhoids too. It looks like a gag gift in the store, but plenty of people will tell you it genuinely changed their bathroom experience. Scrub Daddy. Kitchen sponges turn disgusting after about 3 days. We all know it. No point pretending otherwise. Scrub Daddy fixed that with one clever idea. The sponge actually changes texture depending on the temperature of the water you use. In cold water, it firms up so you can scrub off dried, stuck-on food without scratching your pots and pans. Run it under warm water instead, and it goes soft and flexible for wiping down delicate surfaces like glass or your stovetop. One sponge, two completely different jobs depending on what you need. And because of the material it's made from, it doesn't trap smells and bacteria the way a regular kitchen sponge does. Rinse it, let it dry, and it basically resets itself every time. 6. Apple AirTag Second Generation. Losing your keys or your bag is one of those small disasters that ruins your entire morning. AirTag solves it by clipping a small tracker onto whatever you don't want to lose, and it shows up right inside the Find My app on your phone. Apple actually released a second-generation version in January 2026, and it's a real upgrade, not just a fresh coat of paint. A new chip pushes the Walk Right To It precision tracking range up to 50% farther than the original, and the built-in speaker is 50% louder too, so you can actually hear it when it's buried at the bottom of your bag. If your item ever ends up out of your own Bluetooth range completely, it quietly pings off any nearby iPhone in the world through Apple's Find My network and reports its location back to you.
Pricing stayed exactly the same as before, $29 for one, $99 for a 4-pack. 7. Loop earplugs. If background noise drives you up the wall, whether it's a snoring partner, a loud open-plan office, or just general noise sensitivity, this one's worth knowing about. Loop earplugs don't block sound completely the way old-school foam earplugs do. Instead, they use a tiny acoustic channel that filters and lowers the volume of everything around you, while still letting speech and important sounds through clearly. Different versions are tuned for different situations. Some are built heavily for sleep and deep focus, with very high noise reduction. Others are lighter on purpose, so you can still enjoy a concert or hold a conversation at a loud event without damaging your hearing over time. They're made of soft silicone, shaped like a little ring, so you can actually insert them correctly without guessing, and you just wash and reuse them whenever. 8. Cable bite. Anyone who charges their phone every single night already knows exactly where the cable dies first, right at the connector, where it bends the most during everyday use. Cable bite is a small silicone clip, usually shaped like a cute little animal, that wraps around that exact stress point on your charging cable. It acts as a buffer so the cable physically can't bend at a sharp angle right where it plugs in, which is the spot that almost always frays and stops charging properly first. It's a tiny, almost silly-looking accessory, but it can genuinely stretch the life of a cable that would otherwise die within a couple of months of regular use. 9. Stasher bags. Anyone who's tired of buying a new box of Ziploc bags every other week, this swaps that whole habit out completely. Stasher bags are made from food-grade silicone with a pinch-to-seal top. No plastic, no BPA, none of that. You can throw them in the freezer, the microwave, the dishwasher, or even drop them directly into boiling water, and they hold up fine. Buy a set once, wash them after use like you would a container, and you're basically done buying single-use storage bags for good. It sounds like a small swap on paper, but over a year, it adds up, both for what you're spending and for how much plastic you're sending to the bin. 10. MagSafe charger. Anyone who's fumbled around in the dark trying to line their phone up perfectly on a wireless charging pad knows this exact annoyance. Apple's MagSafe charger solves it with a ring of magnets built right into the charger that snap onto compatible iPhones from the iPhone 12 onward and center themselves perfectly every single time you place it down. No fumbling around, no checking 3 times if it's actually charging before you go to sleep. Plenty of other brands now make MagSafe compatible chargers, power banks, and car mounts of their own too. So this magnetic snap design isn't locked to Apple's official accessories anymore. You've got options.
Number 11. Wireless door and window alarm. Whether you're staying somewhere new, living alone, or just want a bit more peace of mind at home, this little device earns its spot on the list. It's a small, battery-powered alarm that you peel and stick onto a door or window frame. No wiring, no professional installation, no monthly subscription fee attached to it. Once it's set up, if that door or window opens while you're away or asleep, it sets off a genuinely loud alarm immediately. The whole installation takes maybe 30 seconds, and you can easily move it between locations, which makes it especially useful for renters, hotel rooms, or dorm rooms where setting up a full security system just isn't realistic. Number 12. Compression socks. If you've ever stepped off a long flight or finished a 12-hour shift on your feet and your legs feel heavy, tight, and swollen, compression socks are made exactly for that situation. They're tighter around your ankle and gradually looser as they move up your leg, and that graduated pressure helps push blood back up toward your heart instead of letting it pool and sit in your lower legs. The result is less swelling, less of that achy, dragging feeling by the end of the day, and generally better circulation during long stretches of sitting or standing still. Frequent travelers and people in jobs that keep them on their feet all day genuinely swear by them. Number 13. Theragun Mini. After a hard workout or honestly just a long, tense day at a desk, sore muscles can really slow you down. Theragun Mini is a compact FDA-registered massage gun that delivers rapid percussive pulses straight into the muscle, which helps loosen tight tissue and improve blood flow to that exact spot. It's small enough to fit in a backpack or gym bag, so you're not stuck waiting around for a massage appointment just to deal with a stubborn knot in your shoulder or a tight calf after a run. A couple of minutes pressed against a sore spot and you genuinely feel looser almost right away. It became a staple for athletes first, but honestly, anyone with a desk job and a stiff neck gets just as much out of it. Smart plug. This one solves the classic, did I actually turn off the iron before I left the house panic that hits everyone at least once. A smart plug fits into any regular wall outlet. Your appliance plugs into the smart plug itself, and from there, you control the whole thing from an app on your phone, from literally anywhere with internet access. You can turn things off remotely, set schedules for lights or fans, or just open the app to confirm something's actually unplugged instead of turning the car around to go check. Most of them also work with voice assistants like Alexa or Google Assistant, so you can handle it by voice too if your hands are full. Handheld vacuum sealer. Food going bad faster than you can finish it is one of the most annoying, quietly expensive everyday problems out there. A handheld vacuum sealer pulls the air out of a storage bag before sealing it shut, and since oxygen is what speeds up spoilage and freezer burn, removing it makes a real noticeable difference. Meat, vegetables, leftovers, all of it lasts considerably longer in the fridge, and especially in the freezer, where freezer burn usually ruins things first. It's a small kitchen tool you barely think about, but it quietly saves a surprising amount of food that would otherwise just end up in the bin. 16. Electric spin scrubber. Scrubbing tile grout or a bathtub by hand is one of those chores nobody on earth actually enjoys, and your wrist usually pays the price for it the next day. An electric spin scrubber is a cordless handheld device with a spinning brush head that does the actual scrubbing motion for you instead of your arm. You swap the head depending on what you're cleaning: tight corners, flat tiles, sinks, grout lines, and a job that used to eat up half an hour of elbow grease gets finished in just a few minutes with barely any real effort from you. 17. Silicone garlic peeler. Peeling garlic is such a tiny task, but it somehow always leaves your fingers smelling and your cutting board a mess of papery skin. This fix is just a small silicone tube. You drop a clove inside, roll it back and forth on the counter a handful of times, and the skin comes off completely on its own. No knife required, no smell stuck on your hands afterward, no bits of garlic skin scattered everywhere. It's such a small, almost forgettable little gadget, but once you actually use it, peeling garlic the old way starts to feel like a waste of your time. 18. Robot vacuum. Vacuuming every single day just isn't realistic for most people, especially with pets shedding constantly all over the floor. A robot vacuum maps out your home and cleans on a schedule while you're at work or asleep. And a lot of current models, including ones from brands like Roborock, also mop the floor and empty their own dustbin straight into a docking station without you lifting a finger. Some go even further now and wash their own mop pads with hot water before drying themselves ready for the next run. You're not babysitting it. It just quietly keeps your floors looking decent in the background of your actual life. Blend Jet. If you want a smoothie at the gym, the beach, or your desk without dragging out a full kitchen blender or hunting for a power outlet, this solves it instantly. It's a small, USB rechargeable blender that blends your drink right inside the cup you're going to drink from afterward. You charge it the same simple way you charge a power bank, toss in fruit, ice, protein powder, whatever you want, and it blends everything in seconds flat. It genuinely goes wherever your bag goes. No excuses left for skipping your smoothie.
LED motion sensor stick-on light. And to close out the list, this one's perfect for closets, under cabinets, stairwells, or any dark corner of your house that just doesn't have a light switch nearby. It's a small LED light that runs on batteries and simply peels and sticks onto wherever you place it. No electrician, no wiring, no drilling at all. The moment it senses movement nearby, it switches on automatically, and most versions turn themselves back off after a short while once nothing's moving anymore. It's such a simple little fix, but it completely removes that annoying fumbling around in the dark moment for good.